with.
Yeah. Apply pressure from every angle, you feel me? Yeah, you know. Attack move. Never fold, man. Nah, never fold, never quit, yeah. Keep going. Like, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta get high, smoke that thing. Tryna get M's in the bank, fuck what they think. Knock a nigga whole mouth out. Come side me, top break, throw hands like Tank. Back out the park like Hank. I've been doing them planks, what you got on my drink? I've been trying to keep my sane. Humanity so lame, fuck you and your gang. Speaking on the dead man's name.
Skol Vikes, here we go. Skol Vikes, here we go, baby. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. Skol Vikes, man. Once again, another live, another day. Let's get to it. Definitely some things to talk about, some new news, etc. McCarthy news. They talking about the quarterback competition will per se get ugly. And so, like I've said 1,000 times, I don't care how ugly it get, how much they battle. Like I said, I don't care if they damn near throw blows around there. It'll be good for them. It'll be good for the both of them. I don't care how ugly it is or how ugly it gets. The competition is the competition. The battle is the battle, right? Straight up. You know it. I know it. Here we go. Point blank, period, bottom line. So however the competition goes, however it looks, as long as it is a fair competition, a real battle, a real war, that's all that matters. And I feel like KOC, as far as the quarterback competition, is keeping his word, staying true to what he said. As far as what goes into determining who he chooses for QB1. Let's get to it, man. Of course, I got to talk about the trenches as well. You know, the trenches, how would the young rookies play? How would the rookies look? But the trenches are where the games are won. No way around it, no way around it. Especially playoff time. But how will Dominique Orange perform? How will Caleb Banks perform? We already know about Jalen Redmond, Big Red. But all three of those guys can play a real role. You bring in two guys. If Caleb Banks can stay healthy, if he has no problems with his foot, you're talking about sky's the limit. Matter of fact, ain't no limit for that dude round yonder. So you're talking about Dominique Orange. His specialty, expertise is what? Shit, rushing the runner, attacking the ball carrier, run stopping. He is elite at run stopping, allegedly. You know, then you put him with Brian Flores, right? Shoot, come on, bro. You put him with a Brian Flores ran staff, certain scheme, put him in certain positions, let him really get coached up. You know, he has the physical attributes already, low to the ground, tough, aggressive, strong. Just needs to develop different techniques, put different techniques in his game. He has the chance to be elite. Matter of fact, some say he has higher potential, a higher upside than Caleb Banks may be. So it's a lot of questions in the air, but I think the trenches finna get real nasty. As you see, right? Brian Flores finally building the roster, bringing in the personnel he really wants. Great draft, I repeat, great draft by Rob Brzezinski. Now you got Nolan Bain Teasley in the building to what? To build upon it, build upon it. You can't deny, you cannot deny how great this draft was. Now the question is, what will Nolan Bain Teasley do now? Everyone will be held accountable, even KOC, maybe once and for all, depending on how the season goes, how it starts off, etc. But at the end of the day, dog, you must feel very good about your interior. And that's just naming who? The rookies. What about the second year guys, third year, fourth year? Boom. Don't forget about Elijah Williams. Don't forget about Levi Drake Rodriguez. Don't even forget about Taki Tamani. Big body, big dude, big body should be able to move bodies, bruh. No doubt. This is the NFL, right? Right. What does that mean? Players develop at different time frames. Come in at different levels. That's why you may see a player explode in year 4, year 5. You may see him, boom, take off up out of there. You know it. I know it. Then you see some players first year, bam, second year, bam, boom, a straight hit, a pure hit. You see it in certain positions more than others, but you do see it, dog. No cap. So will that be the case for the Vikings this year? But you talk about the interior, the trenches for years to come. Shit, Rob Brzezinski might have hit it on the head with a hammer. You know it. I know it. Here we go. Let's get it. Who in the building, man? Who in the building, man? Here we go. What he said, tech in the building. Here we go. Here we go. Tech in the building. What up, big dog? SKOL VIKES. Let's get it. You hear me now? You hear me, man? What he said? Yo, EJ, I go to sleep every night asking what will EJ be wearing on his head the next day. Love you, big dog. That boy Tech wild, lady. Who in the building? Who in the building? Here we go, man. Aiden Chris, what up, big dog? SKOL VIKES, let's get it. What he said, I think Minnesota Viking defensive line will be hard to run the ball on. I agree. I really agree. Aiden Chris, you know it. I know it. I mean, just think about Brian Flores and the way he develops players. Now you finally give him a whole new, damn near new, but young defense, new and improved per se defense. Not to mention Jacoby Thomas, Chuck D, Jake Golday, etc. And then don't forget the guys from last year, second year vets in the Zeamiah Vaughns, number 34. I expect big things from him, man. Some guys just need time to grow. Learn the game, let the game slow down for them for real. But anytime you got players up under Flores, we've seen Flores take average players, make them good, make them great, period. So it's no questioning Flores's development or his player development structure. Come on, bro. Stop it for real. And so you put Zeamiah Vaughn in that system for another year. You even put Dwight McGlothern. We can't forget about Dwight McGlothern, aka Nudie. How Nudie gonna do type shit. So it's a few players on the brink. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. You can't forget about James Pierre. I think James Pierre will be a starter. Great grab by Rob Brzezinski as well as Vandermark. Shout out Vandermark and Pierre, no doubt. Here we go, bro. Let's get it. But the trenches will be the anchor. The trenches will be the strong point. And I think we will see that clearly this year, and just pure domination at times. I think your depth chart, your starters, all can play ball, all can give you great reps. Contribute in a high way. Come on, bro, for real. Then you get a nice mean rotation going. A real nice mean rotation, heavy. You got players coming in, coming out. All players who can rush the passer, stop the run. You got some players who can rush the passer better than stopping the run, maybe, but they still can stop the run efficiently. So it's not a major drop in talent or in efficiency, etc., production, etc. So the Vikings got something real good going around here for real. Can the players stay focused, stay out of trouble, first of all? But the player coach development, player coach relationships, are very important. Got to go back to it every damn time. What Nolan Bain Teasley said, What is your vision for the player? What is your vision for the team? Period. So for every player on the field, every coach should know, hey, I got this certain vision for him, period, dog. No doubt. You know it. I know it. Here we go. Shout out Norse in the building. What he said, just stopping in before work. Shout out Norse, man. Have a good day at work, dog. No cap. You hear me? Heavy. SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Let's get it. No doubt. No doubt. Here we go. Oh, I know it ain't. I know it ain't. You rang who yang. You rang who yang. No Eddie tonight, who yang. You hear me? No doubt. SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go, man. Who in the building? Who in the building? Here we go. Top of the morning, fellas. SKOL. Shout out Blood Eagle Smeagol in the building. I repeat, shout out Blood Eagle Smeagol in the building. Heavy. SKOL VIKES, bro. Here we go. Oh yeah. Let's get it. Let's word. So I'm gonna go ahead, dive in right quick. First thing I want to tap into is they talking about the QB competition going to get ugly, like I say, and I repeat, and ain't nobody worry about nothing getting ugly, getting rough, getting raw, getting tough, etc. JJ McCarthy ready for the battle and the war. So you got to ask Murray, is he ready? Is he ready for the battle and the war? I mean, he crying already, bitching already. Well, he's not getting enough reps. It's not fair. It's not fair. Get up out of here, Jack. No cap. You hear? You go, man. Let's get to it. Give me 1 second here. I breaks it down in the boogie down town. You can't handle the heat, Get up out the kitchen for real. Here we go. Boom. Let's get it. They talking about it's gonna get ugly. So what? Let it get ugly. Let it get horrific. And let's bang. Let's battle. Lock in, 9. Go win. Period. Here we go. But may the best man win. Let's get to it. Here we go. Vikings JJ McCarthy, Kyler Murray QB competition could get ugly. Will Kyler Murray or JJ McCarthy of the Minnesota Vikings get the start? That's what people are asking during the offseason. Murray probably wouldn't have come to the Vikings if he didn't know he'd probably get the start. Well, he thought it would be sweet. That's the whole thing, you so-called beat writer. Oh, yeah. Murray came in here talking about, oh, yeah, I wanted to come to Minnesota. He figured he could beat J.J. McCarthy out easy, man. It wouldn't be no real battle for the position, man. No cap. I'm sure he watched J.J. McCarthy last season or caught glimpses of him. You think Murray ain't been listening to the so-called experts and analysts, ESPN people, etc.? Oh, he been listening, chiming in, paying attention, paying close attention. So he didn't expect J.J. McCarthy, first off, to come in really new and improved. He thought it would be the same old McCarthy, throwing the ball too hard, can't layer the ball type shit. But to his surprise, McCarthy came in even better, like I said he would. Some people sleep on John Beck. Some people respect John Beck. At the end of the day, he's worked with numerous quarterbacks and turned numerous quarterback into Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. So put some respect on John Beck's name. But John Beck did Kevin O'Connell's job per se. Oh yeah, bitch, yeah. John Beck put the adequate amount of time, work in with McCarthy for real. The shit that Kevin O'Connell should have been doing, right? Taking time out of his day just to do for McCarthy for 9. That's what John Beck did this year for McCarthy, no doubt. And to take it back to the whole interview, people want to trip on the interview, right? But what McCarthy said, what he didn't say, how he said it, kill that noise, man. Poppycock, you hear? Bottom line is McCarthy has the right to feel any way he feels about the competition in general, period. So let's get back to it, man. Here we go. What he said, Jordan Addison with this new GM, he has any off the field issues, he might be out of here. Well, I don't care what GM it may have been, right, Aiden? Rob Brzezinski, Nolan Bain Teasley, whoever, even Quasi, hell, if Quasi would have remained. You know, Jordan Addison, I'm sure he understands, he should understand now that he is on his last straw, his last leg per se. He don't need to get in any more trouble. They're waiting to put his mug shot up anyway already. So he needs to just stay out the way, focused on his craft. Football should be his only concern. You know it. I know it. Shit. He want to party? Bad. Can't tell a man not to party, right? Right. But he better stay aware. You know, he better get up out of there when it's time to get up out of there, period. You know? Here we go, man. Let's get it. I don't like Kyler Murray mindset. If he starts, we missing the playoffs. I have a feeling he going to look like trash. Well, he very damn well could. You hear me, Aiden? And let's not forget, we're talking about the same Kyler Murray who got benched during the playoff game, during the only playoff game he was in, the Cardinals played in versus the Rams. Didn't the Arizona Cardinals bench him towards the end of the game? You know? Let's not forget, he doesn't want to compete at all. Everything has been handed to him thus far, especially everything as far as that concerns the QB1 position. So is he a leader at all? Ask yourself the real question, right? Aiden Chris and all the Kyler Murray nut riders. How is Kyler Murray? How can he even be a leader if he never wanted to compete? So just forget everything else. Ask yourself that one main question right there. How the hell can he be a leader of a team, of an offense, run an offense at a Super Bowl caliber level? And this man is scared to compete. We see it right now. He's crying already. He's bitching like a little baby already. You know it. I know it, right? Huh? Here we go. He's like a nagging wife or nagging husband already, right? Right. Here we go. Let's get it. Kyler acting like he already won the job. Let him act. Let him act. It don't matter. So what, bro? And because guess what, Aiden? This will be a fair battle. Here we go. Let's get it. What he said, I'm starting to believe he's still playing Call of Duty again. Here we go, man. Let's get it. Shout out Bat in the building. What up, dog? SKOL VIKES, man. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's word. He said, good morning, all. Back to word. Shout out Bat in the building. Shout out Bat in the building, dog. SKOL VIKES. Let's get it. Crybaby Murray, buckle up, folks. If he is a coach killer, sign me up. Just want KOC out of here. And everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different opinions about KOC, no doubt. As you should. But at the end of the day as well, he is your head coach going into this brand new season, this brand new era. And bottom line is, this is the NFL. So guess what? This is a brand new year. So KOC has a chance to definitely redeem himself. Like I said, you want an extension. You want to remain the head coach of the Vikings. He needs to win 2 playoff games this year, period. No cap. Anything less, he's fired. He's done, huh? Finito. Adios. Bye-bye. You know, it's been 4 years going on 5 now. Year 5, we need at least 2 playoff wins. Anything more is a definite plus. But at the end of the day, bro, we need 2 playoff wins. 1 is not enough at all. Here we go. You know, let's get it. Text say, here, giraffe, here, giraffe. Man, big giraffe, huh? Big giraffe, huh? Here we go. Yeah. KOC was a bad QB. I actually liked him as a prospect. He literally ran a 4.540 and had a strong arm. The Pats drafted him in round 3. Hey, man. You know, maybe he didn't have the mentality back. You hear me? Maybe he didn't have the want to, etc. But it's something he didn't have. I mean, shit, hell. Maybe he's mad at McCarthy because McCarthy has what he didn't have. Some people say the sabotage was in. But see, you see the fight, you see the determination, you see the true heart, the true winning attitude, the true champion spirit in McCarthy. See, people didn't see that in KOC at all. You know, he tricked a lot of people with the Rams. He was able to hide behind McVay, right? Per se. But since he's been in many, especially the last 3 years, how the defense has been carrying him and his punk ass offense, he hasn't been able to hide at all. Now he still is KOC. He's always protected while everyone else gets neglected for sure. But especially certain fans, you know, real fans are starting to see, hey, KOC hasn't been great really at all. Okay, you give him 2 solid regular seasons, bad. But eventually you need more than regular season wins. You want playoff wins, Super Bowl wins, etc. Here we go, man. It's been 4 years and KOC hasn't gave you 1 playoff win yet. We go. KOC just going to give Kyler Murray the job no matter how good JJ McCarthy practice. KOC will start Kyler fair competition. I don't trust the word he says. Game 1 versus Packers, going to tell us the truth. Well, training camp will tell us the truth, Aiden. Joint practice will tell us the truth for sure, period. Preseason games will tell us the truth, Aiden, right? Right. So you're going to definitely be able to tell, is it a fair competition, a fair battle, or not? Here we go. KOC pocket presence was even worse than Kirk's, bro. Wow, a damn shame. He was also famously shown being given the door in Jets' Hard Knock show. You know, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't, man. Here we go. Let's get back to it. What? Hold on. What's up? We go back to it. Here we go. Let's get it. Vikings quarterbacks Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy could be in a real competition. In a piece for CBS Sports, Carter Bonds broke down the Murray and McCarthy situation and what it may get and why it may get contentious. He called it a work in progress, said the quarterback competition could get ugly. Here we go. Why? He references earlier in the offseason when McCarthy described their relationship as like 2 guys in a classroom, adding that he sits on one side, I sit on the other side, and it's the coach's responsibility to teach us and coach us. And that is big facts, no cap. Here we go. Neither is owed the number 1 quarterback role, but whoever loses it will have reason to be discontented. Here we go, Bond said. Murray is a 7-year starter who, at his best, produces among the league's top half of signal callers. McCarthy is a recent first-round pick who has arguably not received a fair shake due to injuries. Well, not only due to injuries, due to lack of coaching, lack of attention, heavy, etc. You know it. I know it, period. Here we go. So don't look now, but things are looking competitive between McCarthy and Murray. Someone is going to come out of it happy and the other one not so much. And who cares? See, that's the problem right there. They're always talking about, oh, who's going to be happy, who's not going to be happy, who's it going to affect the most. Who cares, bro? May the best man win. You know it. I know it, right? Here we go. I mean, make them face the challengers like KOC said they would face. Whoever looks better during adversity, in adversity, shit, he is your starter. Once again, KLC pretty much said everything the people, the fans want to know. You know, how will you go about determining your QB1? And he made it very clear. We're going to put them in certain situations, bro, and see who performs the best. We go, man. Let's get it. But this whole, oh, don't make Murray mad. Don't make McCarthy mad. And let him get mad, bro. Let him get mad, period. Tell him get mad on the field. Tell him go bang on the field, right? Right. You got 4 weeks to get it right. 4 weeks, well, shit, 6 weeks, damn near, right, to get it right, to prove why you should be QB1, period. And I'm talking to both of them round yonder. Oh, yeah, bitch, yeah, it's team 9 round here. But at the end of the day, may the best man win. Hey, so Murray, stop crying. McCarthy never cried, for real. But McCarthy, don't worry about nothing else that's going on. You're going to have your chance to compete. That's the one thing about it. You can't run from competition. You can't run from the season for a reason. Here we go. Let's get it, man. Let's whir back to it. Now I want to get into a video. Like I said, the trenches will be damn near phenomenal, assuming it won't be no major injuries, etc. Assuming Caleb Banks will be healthy, 100% ready to go. Let's get to it, man. 1 second. Gotta get it. You hear? Heavy. Matter of fact, hold up. I know where it's at. Right here. There you go. You know, first I want to talk about Jalen Redmond, huh? Definitely. But Jalen Redmond will definitely be a force to reckon with. Then you put other special players around him, not just the rookies, Banks and Orange, but you talk about Rodriguez, like I said before, Elijah Williams, etc. Exterior, of course, you already know Dallas Turner, Tyrion Ingram. Tyrion Ingram can be inside as well. He gives you that versatile play, you know. How will Bo Richter look? How will Murphy look, etc., man? So, no doubt. Let's get to it. But Jalen Redmond gonna come on the scene, explode on the scene even more this year. How I feel about it, no doubt, for real. For real. You know, he really has the opportunity to be a real dominant force. Real dominant, lethal force up front. No doubt. Here we go. Let's get it. You talk about certain packages Flores would or should have, huh? Certain stunts he can send linebackers on now. You know, different directions he can send these players in to cause confusion and great chaos. That's what you want, Holmes, right there. Here we go. I know it. You know it. Let's get it, bro. SKOL VIKES.
Allen and Hargrave up front. Two vets. Michael Penix now in trouble and brought down.
Big Red, man. And let's be real here. Let's be honest, man. He's really been learning on a damn fly. I mean, you know, Jalen Redmond, he's been producing on the fly, coming in, getting his opportunity, having to learn, react, perform fast. You know, he didn't have the luxury of having 2 years or 3 years to wait and see what happens. Hell no. He coming over from the CFL. He got to prove it right now, period, bruh. He wants some reps. He want to have a chance to make the team. He got to prove it right now. And that's exactly what he did, you know? He took full advantage of his opportunity, took full advantage and ran with it. Didn't look back ever since, man. But they talk about last year, how it was a so-called breakout year for Red. I'm talking about hell this year. We talking about a real breakout season for Big Red, right? No doubt. 6'1", whatever you may call him. Here we go. Let's get to it.
They went out and got a Hall of Famer who will start his day by getting set by Jalen Redmond.
It looks like he's my size. 2nd and 5. Rogers gets down. It's the 2nd sack of the game.
Got to get inside the 5. It's only a 4-man rush. Still they get pressure, and still they get to 4-man rush again. Daniels finally has some time, but nothing downfield. Has to launch it away.
And that was damn near a coverage sack right there.
4-man rush. Daniels still has to move out of the pocket. Is able to escape the initial rush from Allen.
Play clock winding down. Giants get the snap away. Dart on 4th down, wrapped up and sacked.
I mean, what is he going in? Like only what, year 4? You know, year 3 or something like that. He's been in the system for what? How long? His ceiling is still very high. His upside is very high. A lot to learn, a lot more ways to grow, man. Get more moves into his arsenal type shit. Sky's the limit. Matter of fact, there's no limit for that dude, period. We go. What he said. 1 second. Here we go. Let's get it. Leonard Floyd is a KOC guy. Yeah, I talked about Leonard Floyd before, man, about a few lives ago for sure. But yeah, Leonard Floyd, bring him in, Holmes. Why not? Get him at a cheap price type shit. You can never have enough depth at all. I don't care who it is, who you bring in. Van Noy from Baltimore. Who else? What they say, Clowney maybe, whoever. You know, just bring in a solid veteran who can give you good numbers, good reps if need be. And depending on injury or who gets injured, how many real good reps can he give you consistently? You know, that's the main question right there. So whatever veteran you may choose, first of all, you're going to get them cheap, period. So it really comes down to, hey, who does Flores want at the end of the day? A Leonard Floyd or Van Noy, whoever the name is, dog. One thing for certain, you know, Brian Flores is going to get the most out of them. Here we go, man. Let's get to it.
In tonight, DJ Moore was in the backfield. He gets it now. Trying to make moves, and with kick straight into the end zone that is down this year compared to last. And here is Michael Penix Jr. and the Falcons. Outplayed the Vikings in this first half. Only lead by 3 thus far tonight. And trying to add to it here with a first down at the 32-yard line. So Bijan Robinson. And first downs on the night. Robinson rests. Algier with the carry. And he stopped Jalen Redmond, who Chris mentioned, London in week 1. Just 4 tonight with a couple of big ones, one in each half.
I mean, even right there, being off balance, still making a tackle, making a play. Hold on, let me run it back. Share the screen again, man. But right there, this play, a phenomenal play right here. Boom. You know, being off balance, out of position, all that, still made up for it and made the play in a great way. Here we go.
And first downs on the night. Robinson rests. Algier with the carry. And he stopped Jalen Redmond, who Chris mentioned, London in week 1. Just 4 tonight with a couple of big ones, one in each half.
Boom. Still make the turnaround and make the play, dog.
In the Rose Bowl, close out his career with the Huskies. Here he just hands it off. He fumbled here this week. They all
forced fumble type shit.
Rallied around their captain and wished him well.
Oh, they great play.
Love their quarterback.
What do you need? What's up? From the 43 on first down, it's Judkins again.
1st and 10. It's Johnson again behind that offensive line. This time stacked up, got just a yard. There is the push. Oh, wow, that play got blown up immediately.
And like I said earlier, man, the thing about him there, he's still growing. He has so much to learn. Like I said, what is it, like year 3? Year 3 he's going into with the Vikings. So you talk about how much more he has to learn, dog. You know, oh my gosh, bro. How much stronger he can get. Not alone, you know, become better as far as technical savvy, move savvy, etc. You know, just learning to feel more. The game slows down for him even more, right? This dude could be a real beast. He's a beast already. But another year in, man, another year through the process and all that. Come on now. Stop it, man. For real. Then when when he can stay consistently stay lower than his man, than the man across from him, shit, when he can learn to keep just stay low as hell, bro, and really utilize his strength, damn, bro, it's gonna be real spooky round yonder, no doubt. Get back to it. Here we go. We got in the building here, man. We go. What he said, let's get back here. Check it out, man. 4 years, no playoff wins. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Weakest Charmin. Mike will always be the champ. Well, Mike wasn't the champ. Oh, you talking about Mike Tyson. Here we go, man. Let's get it, you know. But yeah, Tech, 4 years, no playoff wins. I repeat, 4 years, no playoff wins at all. Pretty piss poor right there. Here we go, man. What did he really do with the Rams? He don't call plays. What was special about his time with the Rams? Or like I've been saying, Aiden Chris, he was up under Sean McVay armpit heavy. He go get the coffee and all that heavy. You know it. I know it. You hear me, bro? No doubt. Hey, KLC, yeah, go run this, get that, bring that back. Give me an extra shot in that bitch as well, too. Here we go, man. Let's get it. What he said. Jalen Redmond, Caleb Banks, orange, nasty front seven. Real nasty, real nasty, bro. No doubt. Real nasty, man. No doubt. For real. KLC's problem is that he needs to relinquish play calling duties. Oh man, here we go. He said it. Where the sirens at around this bitch? Do that. Big facts, no cap. If you can't play call a certain way, if you can't be a play caller that puts your players, your team in the best position to win, give up play calling, bro. Period. You know? But you know, KOC, he's in his ego. He's in his ego for sure. Since day one, he's been what? In his ego? Like majority of humanity is, dog. Period. You know it. I know it. But if you can't play call, stop play calling. Period. It won't make you any less of a head coach, Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, bro. Come on now. Stop it. I mean, hell, you wasn't play calling with the Rams, and they still crowned you the best offensive mastermind, QB, quarterback, whisperer in the land. Or they crowned you top one, top gun. Oh, should he be a head coach? Hell yeah. Is he ready? Hell yeah. Here we go. You know it. I know it. So you think they're going to hold it against you that you're not play calling anymore, KOC? Oh, people are going to say you're less of a coach now since you gave up play calling? Been a lot of great coaches who didn't play call at all, KOC. You hear me? Heavy. They just managed the game, managed the team, stepped in when they needed to step in. Here we go, bro. Let's get it. Get back to
it. To go. 2 of his top 3 receiving games have come against the Vikings in his career. Jonathan. Philadelphia will run it, and Barkley doesn't have anything there. He starts from their own 6-yard line.
And you know, these clips aren't just against sorry teams or trash teams. No, you know, every team he makes an impact. You know, every game he made an impact. You just saw it against Philly right there. You saw it versus the Bears, etc. Jack, no cap. He can be a real dominant presence. Then he's the type of player, he makes everyone around him better. Then you throw in 2 more elite players for years to come. Dominique Orange, Big Citrus, Caleb Banks. Come on, bro. Stop it. On top of that, the personnel you have already in the building, Rodriguez, Ingram, Taki Tamani, right? Come on, bro. Elijah Williams, etc. Here we go. You know it. I know it.
This drive. Game of 3 for Vidal. We go to Caleb.
They give it to Redmond. They all want to block hard for this guy because he runs his tail off.
31 here. That's close. Scott right now. Patterson up to the 49-yard line. Second down.
I don't know if you're going to start singing like Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical. Let's go. Here is Montgomery.
Right side. Inside the Minnesota 40. Here's Henry to the left. Cashman there along with Jalen Redmond.
Good pass.
And let's not ever really forget the defense held it down majority of the game until they finally may have folded, but majority of the season they didn't fold. They put the offense in position every time, even when the offense wasn't holding up their end of the bargain per se. You know, the Falcons game, they held it down. I mean, eventually you will give up a big play here or there. You will fatigue out. They will get tired, man. And even in their fatigue, the defense still kept them in the game, held on strong as long as they could type shit. You hear me? Heavy. The offense didn't do a damn thing, bro. I repeat, a damn thing, no doubt. And you want to talk to me about or tell me about what KOC does good or well? Huh? Come on, bro. Stop it. Boy, bye. Here we go. Like I said, I'll say it again. KOC is the main culprit. How he performs will mean everything for the team this year, period.
With the football.
It's the draw to Henry. Powers into Jalen Redmond and down at the 18-yard line. And on first down, the handoff is to Derrick Henry, who fights to the 19. First down and goal from the 4. The handoff to Henry and Jalen Redmond.
He's a real purr dog, a real purr animal, a real animal. You know, you talk about trying to reinvent, rebuild the Williams wall. First off, you can never rebuild or reinvent the Williams wall. What they did can never will be replicated at all, but you can create something different, something strong, something even greater potentially in this era of football. You know, depending on how these players pan out type shit, you could have a dominant wall, whatever you want to name that wall. Skidder.
But please, everybody, let's start to learn from these losses.
Lamar Jackson able to break away and avoid.
You can't take that shot.
Mike, give me one more spot where I was wrong. So if it's baseball, I'm just out. We just lost the whole inning.
7:15 to go. And the handoff to Henry and not much there.
Field down. Give it to him. In trouble, and Redmond swallows him up.
Or can trust him to be a good decision maker.
Hands it off, Emmanuel Wilson with Jacobs out, getting his first career start, and there's
playing from behind.
Shovel it off to Savion Williams.
He's a real dog. I repeat, he's a real purr dog. Here we go. SKOL VIKES.
Short gain. Again, it's Jalen Redmond there to push him up.
He's got it. And powers ahead for 5. Stopped by Jalen Redmond. Got to get another stop here, force a field goal, keep it a 2-possession game. Wilson stopped by Jalen Redmond, who we've not had a chance for the years. Malik Willis is into the game at quarterback with 3.5 left. And Willis came on last week much earlier when
As time expires.
heavy dose of Kenneth Walker early in this game, and it seems like Eric Wilson is there on every play. Here's where Jackson Smith and Jigba gets involved. He's not been targeted, though. It's Walker getting lassoed down by Jalen Redmond.
The Vikings.
Back to the ground game and Rodriguez. Over the course of the year, because McClure, just as you called for, trying to get a long drive. This is the 10th play of this series. The rookie's got nowhere to.
And as you saw, Let me run it back a little bit. As you saw a glimpse of number 94, Taki Tamani. Once again, I repeat, don't sleep on Taki Tamani out of Oregon. He was a UDFA type shit, but he's going on into what, year 3, year 4? He's already a big body naturally, you know? Can that power translate to the field? We're going to see. This is the year. If he gives you anything, it will be this year. But I'm very excited, super excited about this rotation coming up. Here we go.
Jalen Redmond, the Vikings. Back to the ground game and Rodriguez.
Over the course of the year, because McClure, just as you called for, trying to get a long drive. This is the 10th play of this series.
Right there, Taki Tamani made noise right there. Just got to make the tackle, finish the tackle, period. But once again, you learn, you win, you win. Here we go, SKOL VIKES. But remember, we talk about chemistry. He's been on a team 4 years, going on 4 years now. You know, he's been learning the playbook, learning, understanding. You know, once the game really slows down for him, you're going to see real chemistry pay off. Here we go, man. Let's get it. We talk about depth chart. Never get it twisted. That's how real Super Bowl teams are made, bruh. Because injuries will happen, bruh. Period. You just hope it's no major injuries. And when playoff time comes, you're 100% damn near. You know it. I know it. Here we go. Let's get it.
The rookie's got nowhere to go this time. Part of this 7-game losing streak that Washington is trying to break out of. We'll start with a run on this drive to Jabari Krosky-Merritt. Got drafted by the Pacers last year. So here's Rodriguez, another first down run.
And then right now beside him, you have Jonathan Allen beside him. Roll Tide, full of pride, definitely. But Jonathan Allen is not the same, period. You got Hargrave. He want to go to Green Bay and cry Hargrave type shit beside him. Now you bring a young, dominant, strong, Caleb Banks, put him next to him. Dominique Orange, put him next to him, heavy. And then you bring alongside a Levi Drake Rodriguez, you know, Taki Tamani, bring him in. Elijah Williams, per se. Come on, bro. Stop it. Man sharper man, iron sharpen iron. You're putting guys around him with high motors, you know, younger legs per se, but real better players in general. And if Caleb Banks and Dominique Orange are ready, if they're mature enough to be ready up front, physical enough, etc., to bang every play, week in, week out, oh, the Vikings will have something real special, bro. No doubt. Heavy. Here we go. You know it. I know it.
But not much there. It's a loss behind Dak Prescott. The 35. It is the 1,000-yard rusher for a yard.
Dominant. Bang. Here we go.
And as he is the year after the greatest show on turf won the Super Bowl for the other. It is nowhere to go. And then one for Dallas, trailing by 1. Gotta get these last 4 to have any playoff hopes. Williams turned around. Inside give with Ricky again, and Hunter will take it.
I was talking about just nodded nicely, you know. See, I am so excited about it.
Here's Tyrone Tracy on first.
Montgomery gets driven back. Stonewall behind the line. Remarkable football player and a lot of fun to watch.
And so as we know, you know, Jalen Redmond is the anchor, the definite anchor. You know, he will be the captain, green dot of the defensive line per se. But those guys can fill right in, step right in. Once again, I say very excited about this rotation as a whole, man. The talent up front as a whole, dog. No doubt, man. Here we go.
Brooks going to pick up 2, maybe little Where's Waldo action, holiday edition here in Minneapolis. Packers on a 2nd and 11. Get it to Emmanuel Will.
Worked for a lot of coaches that have left that organization, and so he's been able to glean a lot more. And you know what I think is the most important aspect is
First and 21. Blitz coming, and Daniels got rid of it. Here is McNichols in space, and the Vikings rallied.
There you have it, and there you go, man. But Jalen Redmond, once again, shout out Jalen Redmond, a real dog up front. Then, like I said, you put Caleb Banks next to him, Big Orange, Big Citrus next to him, Holmes. Oh, man, what? What? Who we got here, man? Who in the building? Heavy, man. Here we go. Acceptance of Kyler as the starter is commitment to mediocrity. Damn, very well could be, Bat. It could be. Big facts, no cap. You know, you want to just hand the man the job? Really? We doing that now? Really? Here we go. If I'm JJ McCarthy and I lose the job, I'm going to leave and go back to Jim Harbaugh with the Charger or Rams or 49ers and get real development. You know, like I said, I don't. If he wants to leave, I totally understand. But you know, if he gets beat out fair and square, he shouldn't have no hard feelings. Aiden Chris. Now he can have certain feelings about the way he's been treated, the lack of time, attention he has gotten for sure. But like I said, none of that matters right now. You know, he's worked with John Beck. He's put in the work during the offseason. It will be a fair battle, you know. So even if KOC is giving attention to him, Murray, Wentz, Brosmer, whoever, they're all getting attention. Has he received the adequate amount of time towards his craft? No. But at the end of the day, bro, guess what? He got a chance to go prove it on the field. He knows the playbook way better than Murray does, period. That's a big advantage right there. Now just go on the field and ball, go on the field and let it rip. You know, here we go. But I understand what you're saying. But like I say, if he wants to leave, understood, etc., 1,000%. But if he gets beaten fair and square, does he really have room to cry? Let's get it. Here we go. JJ McCarthy won a natty with Jim Harbaugh. Nobody knows JJ McCarthy more than Jim Harbaugh. Who knows? He might take Chargers further than Justin Herbert. They definitely could, Aiden Chris. Not denying that, bro, at all. You know, here we go. Flores has a background in player scouting. I'm pretty sure if he likes Elijah and LDR, they can play. Big facts, no cap. I read they might sign Super Bowl winning edge rusher Leonard Floyd. Yeah, I talked about that a couple of days ago. Matter of fact, Aiden Chris, go check it out, no doubt. Whoever they sign, like I say, would be a good signing, period. Leonard Floyd, Clowney, whoever, Von Noy, whoever, bro. You know, bring whoever in the building. Flores will get what he can out of them for sure. But they give you solid depth. That's what you need right now, pretty much. Let's get it. That Atlanta game, we knew that Minneapolis offense was trash. Oh, yeah. Big facts. No cap. Yeah. He was the guy who got the donuts for Sean. Y'all wildin', mate. Here we go, man. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second, bro. I'm going to get back to it right quick. Hold up. And, you know, I will be dropping the link at the hour mark. Want to come rock and roll with me, lock in with me, say how you feel. Just make sure it's real. You hear me? Early. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me see here. One second. Let's want to get into some Christian Darrisaw news as well, right quick. You know, big thing for Darrisaw. Very important figure player on the line. The best lineman the Vikings have when healthy. So for him to be feeling well, better than he has felt before, that's what he says. That's what came out of his mouth type shit. If he can give us a whole season, 100% all the way in, finish the season strong, actually be available during playoff time, etc. You're talking about, damn, a real breakout year for Darrisaw. You know, he really can set himself apart from the pack. Give him a full year healthy, really showing his true dominance, bro. You week in, week out. I'm not talking no 85% bullshit, no bullshit. No banged up ankle trying to go up against Michael Parsons and all that. I'm talking about real locked in, real healthy, real brutal Christian Darrisaw ready to bang at the highest level, bro. Period. You know? Oh, it'll get real scary. It'll get real spooky. Let's just get into it, matter of fact. But never get it misconstrued. We all know if you don't, you should know. If you should, if you don't, you will know now. But Darrisaw is a different type player. You know, a different type breed, a different type animal, Jack. No cap. Here we go. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second here. 1 second here. Hold on. Oh, Darrisaw out here, man. 1 second, bro. We go. It's the right one here. Hold up. Are they playing with him over there? What? Yeah. Look, man, run it back. Well, they say Darrisaw, but nothing on Darrisaw, man. You hear me? Heavy. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Right here. Boom. All right, give me 1 second, man. Let's get a. Second, boom. Let's get to it, man. It's far better to push people around in football than to be pushed around. Big facts, no cap. Here we go. And the Vikings offseason has shown glimpses of bolstering both sides of the line of scrimmage. Some of the reinforcement has been through improved health at the starting tackle spots. Christian Darrisaw navigated his recovery track from the knee injury suffered in Week 8 of 2024. Aside from the Kirk Cousins Achilles injury in 2023, Darrisaw's injury is arguably the most significant one Minnesota has experienced during Kevin O'Connell's tenure. And that's big facts, no cap for sure. I mean, Darrisaw, like I remain to say, you can never replace a Darrisaw, man. You know? You can only hope to find a player like him, a player of his caliber in the drafts, you know. You can only hope to find a backup that can come in and hold his own if Darrisaw does have to go out, etc. You know, shout out Rob Brzezinski once again. The Vikings found that in Vandermark. But Darrisaw, different animal, different breed. A real man-child out there. When he's healthy, when he's on, you know, the world know, the NFL world know for sure. He's a real dog. You know, a real monster, man. Here we go. Similar to Cousins' injury, Darrisaw's was just ahead of the trade deadline and prompted a trade, with Minnesota acquiring Cam Robinson to play left tackle, while Robinson filled in well with the change on the fly and helped Minnesota launch a 9-game win streak. Big Dog had been reaching an elite status at the time of his injury. Yeah, Darisaul's a real man. Come on, man. You know, come on, man. Stop it, man. We know who Darisaul is and who he ain't. Here we go. Darisaul worked through the situation last season, playing in parts or all of 10 games, but he'd probably be the first to say he didn't feel like his best self. O'Neal was a warrior after suffering a knee injury during a questionable tactic by the Steelers during their field goal block attempt in Dublin. We know the Steelers real dirty anyway. Here we go. While clean health is never guaranteed, the thought of having both players back is quite encouraging. The Vikings were crafty in signing Ryan Vandermark during free agency and have confidence in his ability to step in at either spot if needed. Minnesota also drafted Caleb Tiernan in the 3rd round. And damn, bro, you can never forget about Caleb Tiernan for real. You know, you must insert him into the equation some way. If he balls, if he produces at a high level during training camp, joint practices, preseason, oh, you may look at him as being in a rotation off the rip, no doubt. Here we go. We'll learn much more about the lesser experienced known players through training camp once the pads are strapped. In preseason games when opponents can go full throttle at QBs, but it did seem like the Minnesota moving company was building some nice momentum this spring. And like I say, man, Keith Carter in the building, bringing a different energy, right? A different whole mentality as a whole per se. Physicality, aggression, violence, no doubt. So we'll see how it all turns out, man, for sure. Here we go. But yeah, like I say, Darisaul, very important for him to be healthy, be active the whole season. You know, you talk about a top 5 offense. If KOC gets his head out of his ass, you know, that's first and foremost right there. Can't forget that part, you know. Give me 1 second here, man. I'm gonna get into one more video right quick. Hold up right here. Yes, sir. See where that's at here. Diamond Clown. You know how I was where's that shit at, dog? Here we go. Hold on. I want to just show more of that Jacoby Thomas dog. Here, you hear me? Heavy. You know. This clip right here says it all. Give me 1 second, though. Here we go. Here we go. What time we got here? All right, bye. So I'm going to drop the link right quick, man. You want to come rock and roll with me, lock in with me. Say how you feel. Just make sure it's real. But I'm going to do more of a breakdown on Jacoby Thomas. Just show you his whole demeanor per se, man. Here we go. Let's get it. 1 second, bro. Get to it right quick. You know.
Kane Sport TV, we're here at the Cotton Bowl with Jacoby Thomas. And, man, the Miami secondary, it's showtime on Wednesday night. You guys got a monumental challenge with the Ohio State offense and 2 of the better receivers in the country. Talk a little bit about what the mindset in your guys' room going into this game.
Same one we had all season, you know, just be us. You know, our group, we rise to occasions. You know, we love challenges. You know, just keep practicing hard, man. Just, you know, prepare as hard as we possibly can and go out and be us and have fun while we do it. Just cut it loose.
When you watch Jeremiah Smith, what makes him such a great challenge?
He's a bigger receiver. He doesn't move like a big receiver. I think he's got a great catch radius. You know, he's a very smooth route runner. I think he's just his mindset, the way he plays the game. You know, he comes with an edge to every game, and I think, you know, that helps him in a lot of ways. But you know, he's a great player.
Does going against somebody like that get you fired up as a DB, or you just pay no attention, really?
I mean, obviously, you know, there's a thought to it, but, you know, for me, it's just I'm playing 11 versus 11. It's not one-on-one. So, you know, it takes all 11 on the field to get the job done. So when I play against a receiver that's great like that, obviously, you know, there's a thought in my head, you know, it's a great player, but I'm still focusing on, you know, all other, you know, 10 guys.
He's not the kind of guy you can cover with one guy, right? I mean, you guys are going to have to do this collectively as a defense and as a DB.
I mean, I think I trust my corners. You know, I trust my guys in my room. We know we're going to be who we are, and we're going to stick to the game plan.
What's the excitement level like for this team coming into this game?
We're excited for every opportunity we get to keep playing. You know, I think this team has grown the, you know, closest bond that I've ever been a part of. I truly.
You must understand. You must understand. You may ask, hey, why'd you want to show that clip right there? Big SKOL type shit. Well, it just shows you more of his demeanor, man. And I'm gonna run it back a little bit and break it down for sure. Here we go, man. But first off, just his tenacity on the field, you know, just the competitive spirit in his eyes, the belief, etc. You know, the violence he will bring, man. Here we go. But as the questions are being asked, right, you know, pay attention to his whole demeanor in general. Let's get it.
Kane Sport TV, we're here at the Cotton Bowl with Jacoby Thomas, and man, the Miami secondary, it's showtime on Wednesday night. You guys got a monumental challenge with the Ohio State offense and two of the better receivers in the country. Talk a little bit about.
He doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him, huh? You know, right there, right now, he's thinking, I guarantee he's thinking, hey, man, we don't care about them dudes. We coming to lock shit down right now. You know it. I know it. Here we go. Let's get it.
What's the mindset in your guys' room going into this game?
Same one we had all season. You know, just be us. You know, our group, we rise to occasions. You know, we love challenges.
And what he just said, what he said, rise to the occasion is big facts. No cap for him, especially for him, right? I've said it numerous times already, man. When the lights come on, I repeat, when the lights come on, Jacoby Thomas really comes alive, bro. Period. You know, he's an ultimate competitor, but not only that, he shines bright in the limelight. You know, when the lights come on, he turns up, right, even more. He becomes more ruthless, etc. Dog. When it's time to play ball, when it's time to put that work in, when it's time to smack something, crack something type shit, you know, he's the first one who's all in. And he gives you that for a full 4 quarters. You know it. I know it. Here we go. You know, his motor, his violence on the field. Big hitter, can change the tone of a game, but also he's a great sure tackler. You know, you don't see a lot of players who do both great. So overall, great talent, man. You put him with Flores, you put him up under Flores, you know, put him around veterans who want to see him win as well. Teach him the game, watch him learn the game. Shit, sky's the limit. Matter of fact, there's no limit for that dude around yonder. But Jacoby Thomas, a real animal, dog. But he ain't care nothing about no Jeremiah Smith. Whoever on the field, they can get it. That's the mentality right there you want. You know what I'm saying? Heavy, bro. We breaking everything down like the impound, period. SKOL VIKES. Here we go.
You know, just keep practicing hard, man. Just, you know, prepare as hard as we possibly can and go out and be us and have fun while we do it. Just cut it loose.
When you watch Jeremiah Smith, what makes him such a great challenge?
He's a bigger receiver. He doesn't move like a big receiver. I think he's got a great catch radius. You know, he's a very smooth route runner. I think he's just his mindset, the way he plays the game. You know, he comes with an edge to every game, and I think, you know, that helps him in a lot of ways. But you know, he's a great player.
Just going against somebody like that.
Respect to the game, respect for the game, etc. Here we go.
Get you fired up as a DB, or you just pay no attention, really?
I mean, obviously,
you know, you see the head shake. You know, I mean, can he say what he really wants to say? No, but you know he wanted to say, hey, man, don't give a damn about that. We ready for anything, anybody, anyone, you know? The mindset is there off the rip. You know, when the light comes on, when the ball is snapped, it's on. So you want prime time players like Jacoby Thomas. Go check the stats. Go check his resume, huh? Per se. Bright lights come on, he going hard. He flashing all over the field. Here we go.
You know, there's a thought to it, but, you know, for me, it's just I'm playing 11 versus 11. It's not one-on-one. So, you know, it takes all 11 on the field to get the job done. So when I play against a receiver that's great like that, obviously, you know, there's a thought in my head, you know, it's a great player, but I'm still focusing on, you know, all other, you know, 10 guys.
He's not the kind of
team effort, team sport, team defense. Here we go.
Guy you can cover with one guy, right? I mean, you guys.
He's saying like, I don't give a damn about who he is, dog. You know what I'm saying? Early, bro. His eyes said, I don't give a damn about who that dude is, bro. Here we go.
We're gonna have to do this collectively as a defense and as a DB unit.
I mean, I think I trust my corners. You know, I trust my guys in my room. You know, we're gonna be who we are, and we're gonna stick to the game plan.
What's the excitement level like for this team coming into this game?
We're excited for every opportunity we get to keep playing. You know, I think this team has grown the, you know, closest bond that I've ever been a part of. I truly think all these guys are my brothers. So, you know, as long as we can keep, you know, doing what we're supposed to do, I think we can play together for a long time.
All right, Jacoby, well, we wish you the best of luck on Wednesday night.
Thank you, boss.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real respect Jacoby Thomas, man, no doubt. Like I say, just phenomenal player, great draft pickup by the Vikings. You know, of course, it sucked to lose Jonathan Grenard, JG, but you got Dallas Turner to fall back on. You bring another veteran in, you'll be good as far as depth chart goes. You still can't forget about Bo Richter either, right? Right. But you make the trade for JG, then you draft a player like Jacoby Thomas, who can really do it all damn near. And let's not forget about his smarts for the game, how quick he's learning. Even Josh Metellus said it, hell, he's learning quickly and swiftly, catching on quickly and swiftly, bro. And the talent is there already. Let's get it, Holmes, for real. Could have a very special player in Jacoby Thomas, no doubt. We got in the building, man. Here we go. Low in the building, Loco in the building. What up, big dog? SKOL Vikes. Let's get it. You hear me? Heavy. What he said. I try to tell folks, if JJ starts, Vikings will win a playoff game. If Kyler starts, they won't. Are we coming in hot on the spot, bro? Here we go. No doubt. Team 9 round yonder for sure. Hey, Loco, I need you to expound. You must expound, though, as well. You know, why are you so sure if Murray starts? I mean, if McCarthy starts, the Vikings win a playoff game. If Murray starts, they don't. Expound, bro. We need more. We want more. Here we go. Let's get it. Shout out Loco in the building once again. SKOL Vikes. Here we go. Jacoby Thomas, real animal. Understand? I want to show a clip. Got to be careful with the clips type shit, you know. They try to do a little yeah and yeah. You hear me, heavy, you know. But I want to show one interception from him. See here. 1 second and hold up, man. Right quick.
Created pressure. That time the safety gets the pick six.
Finishes in the end zone
physically. And in the created pressure, that time already has created pressure. That time the safety gets the pick six. Finishes in the end zone physically. And in the absence of Keontae Scott, he's moving.
You know, that's just the physicality, huh? The type of player he is, the type of aggression he has. Not to mention very quick twitch and all that. But he said, come here, I demand contact. I repeat, he demanded contact with this quarterback right here. You know, he could have tried to juke him out, do this, do that, evade him in some way. But he said, hell no, I'm running right through you. Let me run it back one more again. Here we go.
Who already has created pressure. That time the safety gets the pick six, finishes in the end zone physically. And in the absence of Keontae Scott, he's moved to that nickel position a couple of times and performed well there, but who already has created pressure.
Wow, bro. All I can say is he's a real dog. You know it. I know it. A real damn dog. Period. We go. Huh? What he said. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's word. My logic behind it is not only is JJ a winner, he is a leader, first coming from someone who has watched him since high school. What we seen last year was not even half his potential. I like it. I like it there. Loco. Shout out Loco in the building as well. Again, SKOL VIKES. Definitely a winner. Reaching his potential, his ceiling. Big facts, no cap, not even close. And don't forget just all the other bullshit factors that have been happening around him, Loco, right? So don't we have to take everything into consideration? You know? Here we go, man. My big question is, would you rather have a QB who throws for 4,000 yards and wins a playoff game, or someone who can throw for 5,000 and not win nothing? Big facts, no cap there, bro. Is it about stats or winning? Here we go. Shout out Loco in the building once again. For real. I believe it's one more article I wanted to dive into right quick, man. Before I get up out of here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let's see here. See, this sometimes, you know, certain things just don't make sense at all. Certain moves, right? At all. You must ask yourself why type shit. You know. Sometimes this is where you ask yourself, is the media just capping, creating a story per se, needing a narrative to run with, or a narrative that may sound real good for the moment, for the time, etc. You know it. I know it, right? Here we go. But at the end of the day, you know, some may say, oh, Dylan Bell may be on the roster block, chopping block, but why the hell would he be on the chopping block if he is performing at a high level? Please make it make sense. But I'm going to get into the article and break it down right quick. But if Dylan Bell is that dude, he can ball, or you definitely keep him around. Here we go. Let's get to it. Vikings projected to cut ties with breakout offseason playmaker. Here we go. The Minnesota Vikings might have one of those good sort of roster problems where a player like wide receiver Dylan Bell can shine like the summer sun all off season long and still find himself on the cut line come late August. See, that's the problem right there. Like I said before, why in the hell would he be on the cut line if he balls crazy? Let's get to it. Warren Ludford of the Daily Norseman on Sunday, July 5th, projected that the Vikings will ultimately give Bell, an undrafted rookie free agent in 2026, the axe at the conclusion of the preseason, which is less of a reflection on his talent / NFL potential and more indicative of how talented the receiver room is ahead of him on the depth chart. Now, if they just release him, you know, just because he's not good enough, he doesn't make the cut because of talent or lack of talent, or he clearly gets beat out, that's one thing. I'm cool with it. But if they're talking about him actually earning a spot and him showing out. And they're talking about not giving him a chance because the only way he could realistically be cut for having all this talent but not being able to show it is if they give him less reps. If they just give Ty Felton and the other guys who've been there for a while more reps just cause on GP. But if Bell is balling like that, he deserves a real chance, bro. Period. I don't care who he makes look bad, whose spot he may take, etc. Ty Felton, get out the way, you know. Price, get out the way the damn way, whoever else it may be. But you give the man a chance to shine if he can play ball, dog. You want the best men on the field. Here we go. Let's get it. Bell has shined in the offseason program, and I would consider him a bubble player. Ludford wrote. He had the most guaranteed salary among the Vikings UDFAs at $272K, but the Vikings have generally carried 5 receivers on their roster the past couple of years. And once again, what the hell do that mean? So if he come in and take 2 spots, he just takes 2 spots. I don't care who the spots are, bro. Step up, play ball, period. What we talking about around here for real? Here we go, man. Let's get it. This shit don't make no sense at all right here. You know? Here we go. Let's get to it. You put the best man on the damn field. Dylan Bell could find home at end of Vikings wide receiver depth chart. So that's crazy work right there. There is no debate about the top 3 spots at this position in Minnesota, which Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Jawan Jennings occupy. Ludford placed Ty Felton, a 3rd-round pick in 25, and Miles Price, a UDFA in 25. Who served as the team's starting kick and punt returner last season as the number 4 and number 5 wideouts in the group, respectively. And they could get beat out, respectively, as well. Here we go. There is a scenario where Bell makes the roster if Price were to lose his return duties to 6th-round rookie running back Damon Claiborne, for example, and the Vikings opt for a bigger-bodied receiver in Bell to back up Jennings. And Bell also proves to have significant special teams value, Ludford wrote. I don't care if it's about special teams, Damon Claiborne, or not. It should be strictly about per talent, man. Who is the best man for the job? You got a receiving room, boom. Make sure everybody competes in the receiving room. So you don't just push Bell to the side because he's a UDFA and right? How many UDFAs we didn't seen come in and play great ball for the Vikings, for other teams, etc. Come on, man. Here we go. Vikings put Dylan Bell in mix for wide receiver 4 spot during mandatory mini camp. Well, we're talking about mandatory head. Bell could end up on the practice squad if the Vikings do cut him shy of the initial and or final 53-man roster heading into week 1 in September. However, his skill set and his offseason production, should it continue as it has to this point through training camp and the team's 3 preseason contests, could garner attention from other teams around the league. Kevin Seifert of ESPN named Bell Minnesota's biggest surprise of the spring and summer, hinting that the number 4 spot on the receiver depth chart could potentially be his ceiling heading into his rookie campaign. And if he wins it, he should win it. And if he wins the battle, bro, it should be handed to him accordingly. Let's get it. It can be difficult to gauge receiver skill sets in spring practices when NFL rules prohibit physical coverage techniques, but it was eye-opening to see Bell working extensively with the second team during drills, Seifert wrote June 22nd. That placement spoke volumes about his initial impression with the Vikings coaches, who in essence we're putting him in the early mix to be the number 4 receiver. Here we go. Bell had a strong career at Georgia across 56 appearances over 4 years. He recorded 119 receptions for 1,269 yards and 11 touchdowns, while also rushing for 373 yards and 5 scores, also being in an offense that really didn't utilize him correctly at all. You also had struggling QB play at times type shit. Here we go. So you can't really say people got to see Bell's full potential. Bell's greatest assets at the professional level are likely to be his ability to produce yards after the catch and as a weapon on gadget plays in head coach Kevin O'Connell's offense. Here we go. And that's pretty much it for that right there, man. But definitely don't sleep on Dylan Bell. If the dude can play, he can play, period. Here we go, man. What he said, let's get it. They don't talk about how he just got unlucky if special teams didn't sell the Bears game. He would have a 7-3 record, and with a little luck on his side, he could have had at least 18 pass touchdowns, like 8 INTs. Oh, they don't want to talk about the Bears game at all, right, Loco? Come on, man. You know it. I know it. How the special teams blew it, of course. If JJ starts, I predict 35+ pass tuds. Oh, damn. You going real high, man. 10 interceptions, 5+ rushing touchdowns, 4,000 passing yards, and 400+ rushing yards. Woo, what a great season right there, man. Loco said he all in on 9 for sure. Here we go. Man. That boy say 4,000+ passing yards around there. He say 400+ rushing on top of 35 tuds. Woo. That's a great season, man. Yeah. That's a great season right there, Loco, man. No doubt. You hear me? No doubt, man. Heavy. And that's pretty much it for the live, man. I'm finna get up out of here in a little minute. Any questions, comments, opinions, put them in the chat. But otherwise, bruh, really not too much crazy news or splash news going on right now. Just excited for training camp, right? Excited for the pass to come on, excited to see certain battles type shit, man. What really goes down in the boogie downtown this year. Joint practice for sure. Joint practice going down for sure, you know what I mean? So a lot to be excited for, definitely. Defensive battles at the cornerback position, safety battles, battles up front. Shit, for real, man. You got a new O-line coach, position coach. He's bringing a new energy, new techniques, man, a new understanding of the game. You hear me? Keith Carter seems like to know what he's doing for the most part. Like Nolan Bain Teasley said once again, what is your vision for the player, this player, that player, the whole roster, damn near? And are you going to bring the best out of them? Period, dog. Here we go. Hey, much love, fam. SKOL, no doubt. Shout out Loco in the building. You hear me? Once again, much love, dog. No cap. Let's get it. Who do you think will win the job? Sadly, I think it's Kyler, but I hope JJ is as good as I think. Oh, I got 9 all day, bro. You know it, Loco. Team 9 round yonder, Lock in 9 for real. But I really do think JJ McCarthy will win the job. The improvement will be there. The footwork will be there. Just like I said before. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the job easily either, Loco, no doubt. right? If it's a landslide, matter of fact, I wouldn't be shocked at all, baby. No doubt. You know? Oh, yeah, hell yeah. But at the same time, may the best man win, bro. If Murray go out there and ball, earns it fairly, bet. He is the QB1. But I feel like overall quarterback McCarthy is better. McCarthy definitely has the higher ceiling, heavy. He proved the most last year. And you cannot take for granted finally him being healthy a full off season, but putting in real work this off season as well, going to work with one of the best out there to do it. And we'll see how it pounds out, how it goes down in the boogie downtown for real, man. Like I always say, you can't run from the season, you can't run from competition. Training camp is coming. OTAs is over. Joint practice preseason, regular season is coming. You know it. I know it. But yeah, bro, here we go. Definitely excited for sure. If JJ is as good as I know he can be, he will star. That would be the ideal situation for me, definitely. Here we go, man. But I'm finna get up out of here. I'll see y'all, holla at y'all on the next one, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that bell as well. Share this with any and everybody you know for sure. Takes less than 1 second, man. Why not? Support the grind, support the channel for real. You support the fake, support the real for real, man. Here we go. Big SKOL here, SKOL VIKES. Win, lose, or draw, but we come to win. Down at the levee. We going fishing at the levee. SKOL VIKES, man. We run the north. Believe that. Heavy. Here we come.